I want to be a traitor.
Oh, God, Alan.
No.
You will have to stab people in the back.
They'd do it to me. They're showbiz people. I'd do it to them.
Oh, God.
My thing was to go under the radar, and I think I've pole vaulted over it. I'm gonna have a big old breakfast and do some murdering.
He's gonna do the face touching. I think it's gonna be
No, because I can't.
How am I going to touch someone's face?
Oh, you got a bit of hair in your face. Yeah, there you go. It's gone. Fabulous, darling. I've gone and murdered one of my best friends. I thought, shall I do it? Because I really like her, but I thought I'm never going to get the opportunity. It broke my heart.
It was Paloma.
Bye-bye, Paloma.
I will say I have heard your names. Ruth mentioned your name.
I got a feeling Ruth was sussing me out.
Yeah. Alan.
Who's mentioned my name?
I heard, so Claire said in the car.
Claire?
If you were a traitor, right, who's the least likely person to have killed Paloma?
Someone she's close to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, you're talking about Alan.
I'm talking about Alan.
So you're suspicious of Alan right
No,
now?
I'm just saying that's the least likely person to have killed her, but it's also, therefore, something you have to consider.
Yeah.
Right, Claire.
Alan, I've gone on the basis of the least likely person to have killed Paloma was you, therefore.
And then you were very excited. I've got a shield, I've got a shield. I was like, making a fuss of the shield. Don't put my name on the slate if you don't want criticism. Claire got bold because she had a shield. I just don't want it to start a trend. I don't want people to think, I'm going to vote for Alan as well.
Thinking someone's a traitor in this circle all the time whenever I sit down.
Well, someone will.
The chances are.
And if you're not telling us, you're scum. You're absolute scum. I've got my suspicions.
I tried to be like, I was just laughing. So I'm like, I'm not a traitor, but oh, God. I'm worse than Linda. I am worse than Linda.
What would you do, Alan, if you were a traitor?
Well,
how would you behave?
I'd probably sweat loads and have
Two roses.
to mask any suspicion. I know I voted for him, so I'm chicken as well. But I didn't know who else to go for.
No,
I know you.
no,
I think you two are You two. So you two have got to.
Well, you want to go for it, then?
No.
Alan.
I've also gone for Celia. I think there's a lot of projection going on, and I think next time she goes snooping, she should look in the mirror. Do you know why I voted for you? Can I be honest with you? It was that fart in the hut.
I adore Alan, but I mean, of course, he'd be very clever. It would be very clever.
It'd end up like Carry On Traitors if you put Alan as a traitor.
But what a clever cover. I adore you, Alan, but I did wake up wondering about you this morning.
In what way?
I'm afraid I did.
Fantasy?
You're much cleverer than you ever let on, and I love that about you, but...
You're saying I play dumb?
You don't play dumb.
Watch her reaction as well when the people come in as well. That's a good thing. To be sitting there and outwitting Stephen Fry, I mean, it's like beating Albert Einstein in chess or Cluedo or something. I just started stuffing cheese in my mouth because I can't stop grinning. Isn't it funny? I was so nervous when Claudia squeezed my shoulder blade, and now I just love being a traitor. Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry.
Shall we just get on with it and kill him?
What are the pros and cons of getting rid of Fry?
It would blow their minds, and every time we blow their minds, it takes them a couple of nights to get back together and recalibrate. But what's a knighthood when you're dead?
Brutal.
Hello. I have no faith, ironically, in the faithfuls. I mean, I'm just bursting with confidence now as a traitor. Can you imagine Alan in the first week? I was perspiring, my glasses were steaming up. And look at me last night round the round table. I wanted to get rid of Mark, and I got rid of Mark. Not a single bead of sweat.
Who wants to do the honours?
I'll do it. I've got a taste for it now.
You really are getting into this, aren't you?
The list of faithfuls is going down, but also so's my Christmas card list. Murdering face to face was so harsh and so raw. I feel like the Grim Reaper.
Do you do it or shall I?
Parting in such space.
I can't see you saying it.
Say, Stephen said this when he's saying to me, parting is...
I've always got to do the dirty work for these traitors. I'm surprised they haven't got me up in that turret with a hoover doing some light dusting. Why is it always me? Stephen, you know, he's just got that brain. And it's just the quotes and everything he'd say and, you know, just all kind like tempers feuding and what did he say to me before I went to bed? Parting is such sweet sorrow, Celia. Well, you know what I mean? It was like...
Did he give you a kiss?
No, I was trying... Don't build your hopes up.
Alan.
I am a favourite. I am a faithful. I just get nervous.
Alan.
Sorry, I am a faithful.
Thank you.
No, I'm not having it.
I am.
We are now going to finally discover who you truly are. David, will you now please reveal, are you a faithful or are you a traitor?
I am, and have always been, a faithful.
Nick, please reveal, are you a faithful or are you a traitor?
I am, and always have been, a faithful.
Alan, now please reveal, are you a faithful or are you a traitor?
I am and have always been a traitor. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's been tearing me apart. I'm so sorry.
You did brilliantly, Alan.
You did brilliant. You did brilliant. You did brilliant. You did brilliant. You did
It's a game, and you played it brilliantly.
You did brilliant.
It's a game.
You did brilliant.
You played it
absolutely
brilliantly, Alan. Well done.
You did brilliantly. You did brilliantly. It's all right. You did absolutely brilliant. It was amazing.
Tearing me apart.
No.
has.
Come on,
I
it's a
bet it
game.
has.
It's such a
But
great
you've done it brilliant.
You've done brilliantly, and you've won.
No.
Don't be stupid.
Don't.
Think about the charity. It's amazing.
I know.
No, come on.
Alan, you have won the game. Congratulations.